Good morning, everybody. I'm Congressman Johnson. How are you all? Who will be joining us today?
Hello, Congressman Johnson. Thank you for meeting with us today, agreeing to meet with us virtually. My name is Caroline Powers, and I'm from the American Cancer Society Cancer Action Network, or ACS-CAN. And the three of us are here today representing the more than 350 different organizations and more than 500 participants in this year's virtual Rally for Medical Research Hill Day. And we're here to talk to you about the need for continued robust funding for medical research. But before we get too far along into our presentation today, I wanted to go ahead and have my colleagues introduce themselves.
Hi there, Congressman. My name is Carl Welliver. I live on Spring Street in Old Town in your district.
Okay, great.
Great to be with you. It's great to be with you. I'm here today representing the research university in your district, but my father is also a patient who's benefited from medical research. So I'm here representing him today as well. Thank you for having us.
Nice to meet you, Carl.
Hi, Congressman Johnson. My name is Krista Wagner, and I live in the district just next to the one that you represent.
Okay.
I'm a researcher focused on one of the most common rare diseases, spinal muscular atrophy, and I've seen firsthand that there's a huge need for continued medical research funding. So happy to be here, and thanks for the time.
Nice to meet you, Krista.
So Representative Johnson, we'd like to start just by thanking you for being a long-term supporter of the National Institutes of Health. Yeah, we know you get it. And thanking your colleagues actually for providing 5 straight years of robust funding increases for the NIH, including just last year for fiscal year 2020, a $2.6 billion increase. And also for recognizing that NIH is playing a vital role in the COVID-19 response. We're here today because we need you to continue this momentum into fiscal year 2021. And so specifically, we'd like to ask that Congress provide the NIH with at least $44.7 billion, a $3 billion increase in fiscal year 2021. As you know, this funding is essential to support the opportunities for life-saving medical research that we have today. And finally, because we need to not only ensure that NIH has the resources necessary to forcefully respond to the COVID-19 health crisis, but also ensure that they can continue the research that's so critical to improve and save lives from all of the other diseases that Americans continue to face besides COVID. So we have 2 additional asks that I'll quickly go over. Number 1, we're asking that Congress exempt NIH from the highly restrictive fiscal year 2021 budget caps. And number 2, we're also asking that Congress provide at least $15.5 billion in emergency supplemental funding for NIH as part of the next COVID-19 package. So with that, I want to turn to my colleagues. So Carl, could you please tell the Congressman your story and share your experience and your family's experience?
Thank you, Caroline. Congressman, my dad was diagnosed with Alzheimer's disease several years back.
About that. Sorry to hear that.
Thank you. As you may already know, over time, my father's memory and communication skills will continue to decline. And that's if we don't have a research breakthrough. But while there are promising developments in early detection and behavioral management for other folks similar to my father, it's not going to help him. And me and my family are going to be working through that for some time here. I'm counting on researchers coming up with new treatments to help with Alzheimer's disease, and that might work for him, and to protect both my kids and me and my family as we move forward. So that's one of the things that increased advanced research funding for biomedical research could do for us. And so that's why this is so important to me and my family.
Understand.
Thank you, Carl. And obviously, Carl's story is very personal and illustrates the hope that NIH provides millions of American families and patients. So thank you so much, Carl. And now, Dr. Wagner, could you share sort of your story and some of the research you've been doing and your experience through this pandemic?
Absolutely. As I mentioned before, I lead the spinal muscular atrophy, or SMA, research team at the university in your district. SMA is a devastating genetic disorder causing progressive muscle weakness and leading to premature death. We've actually been working on a new treatment for SMA over the last 5 years and have been making really great progress, and NIH grant funding has been instrumental to our research. But unfortunately, we had to close down not only our research lab, but also our clinical trials last spring because of COVID-19, and are only just now trying to restart our research. So as you probably understand, research isn't meant to be put on ice for a few months. So we've been finding that we need to restart some of our research all over again, which means a significant unexpected cost and also a delay in research progress. We're also facing unexpected complications in terms of actually performing our research now in a more socially distanced environment. So in terms of SMA, about 400 babies will be born with SMA in the United States this year, and our research could mean a real change in the quality and longevity of these children's lives. So we really want to keep up our research. For us to meet those goals, however, we need NIH to have the resources not only to continue the funding as planned, but also to help cover the unexpected costs because of COVID-19. So thanks for your time.
So thank you, Dr. Wagner, Congressman Johnson. Hopefully these stories communicate the urgency of our request. And while we greatly appreciate Congress's past bipartisan support for medical research funding, and we understand, the very real federal budgetary constraints as a result of the pandemic, we are asking that you continue to make NIH funding a priority. Specifically, we're asking for a $3 billion increase for NIH in fiscal year 21, and also ask, again, that you exclude NIH from the budget caps and provide $15.5 billion in the next emergency package so that they can use those resources to not only fund COVID research, but also continue their work on the thousands of other diseases that our country faced before the pandemic, and we are going to continue to face. So your office, before our meeting, also received a pack of constituent stories that we hope provide some other examples for you on why continued robust funding is so critical. But do you have any questions for us? I know we kind of laid it all on you, a lot of information. We're happy to answer anything.
No, I don't have any questions at the moment. I've been a steady supporter of funding for medical research, as you all know. And like many of you, like you all have told me, have loved ones affected by cancer and diabetes and Alzheimer's. And as some of you all may know, I have epilepsy. And so I can tell you from personal experience that medical research has affected my life. And I will consult with my staff about your requests, but it's safe to say that I'll be supporting any increase for NIH funding. I wish you all well on your Hill Day. Good luck, and stay in touch with my office. You can talk to my policy advisor when you all leave the office.
Okay, well, thank you so much, Congressman. We so appreciate your time, and we'll be sure to follow up with your office, and have a great day.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.